Hi everyone, I'm Kelly, and I'm from Kelly Kerr's Condo Corner. And I thought we'd take a break before I did the part two of the history of mobile home communities. I wanted to let you know a few jokes that are fine to tell to your board members and especially to senior citizens where I live. There are a lot of 55 plus communities. So one of them had um, coffee every Wednesday, and there was probably about 50 of them in there every Wednesday for coffee and donuts. And I was told that the prior manager used to tell jokes. So I thought that I should do the same thing. And I'm used to talking in front of crowds, obviously, large audiences or whatever. Still scared to talk to you guys, but I'll get used to that. But the first time I stood in front of the crowd for the sole purpose of telling a joke, I just felt terrified until they laughed, and then everything was fine. But here's the joke that I told them: that I'm blonde and I bought new windows for my house a year ago. And the manager of the window company called me and told me that I hadn't paid for them yet. And I told him that the salesman told me that they would pay for themselves in a year, so they're paid for. Boy, he sure felt stupid after that, I bet. Yay! Everyone loved that joke. So that's a good joke that you can use on him. And if your board member comes back from board training, they'll always tell me what they learned, that some people are a pain in the association. And I know that when they say that, they learn that they went to school, and Ellen DeHaan, the attorney, was the speaker, because she always says that. So in her speeches and teaches, and there's other names that we might call someone, such as a CCC, a certified chronic complainer, and there's other terms like that. And let's see, here's a safe joke that you can tell to anyone, religious or not. It's the most unoffensive religious joke I've ever heard. A boy went to his mother and asked him where people came from. And she said that they came from apes, and throughout the years, they evolved. And that's where people come from. So he went to his dad and asked his dad where people come from. And he said, well, Adam and Eve were the first people, and they had children, and then from then on, that's where people come from. And he got mad and said, Dad, why did you lie to me? And his dad said, I didn't lie. That's your mother's side of the family. And everyone seems to think that's funny too. I need one of those fake clapper audience. Yay, that was funny. Ha ha ha. Of course, if I've told it too many times, it's probably not that funny to me anymore. Another one that was safe to tell them is I had a pretend aunt and uncle that were getting on in years. And one of them went to the doctor concerned that his wife couldn't hear well. So the doctor told him to, start talking to her from the other room and then get closer and closer so he could tell how bad her hearing problem was. So he was in the other room and asked when dinner would be ready. He didn't hear her reply, so she must not have heard it. So then he got further and said, when is dinner going to be ready? Again, she didn't answer. So he got right near the door in the kitchen and said, when is dinner going to be ready? And she said, for the third time, I told you it'll be ready in 5 minutes. So obviously he was the one with the hearing problem, not her. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to deliberately try to make it short so I can make it on the shorts or maybe a TikTok video too. Bye, y'all. Love ya. Take care.